to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name's Marley and this is my channel, of course. And basically today's video is going to be an Interpals story time. So if you don't know what Interpals is, it's basically an app where you can connect with different people from all over the world. You can choose your settings on the app. You can choose whether you speak to male, female, ages, where they live, what languages they speak, what languages you want to learn if you do want to learn languages. But personally, I go on there just to speak to people from around the world and to make new friends from around the world. And actually I've made a few friends on Interpals who I still talk to, so it's a really good place. I love it. But of course, like any application, you get people who have ulterior motives, people who are slightly different, and I actually have a previous video up on my channel now, and it's about interaction I had with another girl on Interpals, and it didn't go very well. But go and watch that video if you haven't already. It was really a good video. So basically, I speak to several people when I go on Interpals, which isn't very often anymore. I do speak to several people. I don't care what country you're from. I don't care how old you are. Well, I speak to people like 19 to 24 or something. So I speak to people like that age bracket, and like I said, I don't care what country they're from. I'll speak to anybody from any country, and I love learning about new cultures and languages and traditions, so that's why I opened it up to everybody. And the other day I got the one rule that I do have is that I don't speak to guys on there, because the guys on Interpals are always really creepy, or they're like, I want to be your friend, and then they will just have their ulterior motive. So yeah, I don't speak to guys on there, and I've also had a few weird women, so I just block if I get weirdos on there, basically. So this person messaged me and they had their gender set as female, so I just assumed that they were female, or maybe they were non-binary or something, because I don't know whether you can set your settings. I think it's just male and female. They don't have any other like genders or, you know, gender fluid options on there. So this person messaged me and they were like, hi. I will put the things up on screen, but this is just going from my memory from what they had said, so if it's a little bit different to what I'm saying, then please excuse me. So yeah, they were like, oh hi, just talking and stuff, and I was like, oh hi, like, and then I clicked on their profile and I was like a bit confused, because I was like, I'm not sure, this person looks like they might be male, and I don't want to offend anybody, so like, please, if I'm using the wrong terminology, please do let me know, but I don't want to offend anybody at all. But they came across as they might have been male to me. So I messaged them and I was like, what are you, like, what's your pronouns? Like, what do you identify as? Because like I said, I don't tend to speak to males on there, because they tend to be, and this is generalising, don't come for me, they tend to be creepy or like weird on there, so I just don't tend to talk to guys on there. And like the way this person was speaking, it was the way a lot of creepy guys on there would speak, so I was like, what are your pronouns? They still aren't getting it, so I was like, what is your gender? Like, what do you identify as? And I don't like to be asking somebody a question like that to like be rude, but I specifically said, and I said in my bio, like, I don't speak to guys on there, if you know. So yeah, and they were just kept like asking for my number. They were like, please, like, can I just be your friend? Can we have WhatsApp? And I was like, look. And finally they were like, I'm a male, and I was like, I say I don't speak to males on here, so like, I'm not going to speak to you on here. And the way, it wasn't just that they were like, if they were a male and they weren't being creepy after like a long conversation, then I wouldn't really have a problem with speaking with them. But because they were being weird already, and I was like, oh, I'm not dealing with this. So yeah, they were just like, I was like, I have a boyfriend, I don't want to talk to you on here. And they were like, please, like, can we just go on WhatsApp? And I was like, no, I don't want to speak to you, like, and I didn't want to block this person. I don't like blocking people, and maybe they were just looking for a friend, but the way they were coming across was creeping me out. So I was like, no, like, please, just, I'm not gonna, I don't want to talk to you on here. And then they were like, and then finally they got to this bit and they were like, I really, really like you, like, I love you. I think it was I really like you or I love you or something like that. And I was like, dude, no, this has got to go. Because like, if you weren't being creepy like that, I would be your friend, but you're being creepy, so I'm not going to be your friend. So yeah, so I had to block this person, and they were like still viewing my profile after that. So yeah, that was one person. And then the other, I was speaking to her and she was really, really nice. And I just thought, like, she looked cool, she had a cool vibe, like her photos were really cool. So I was like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna message you. So I like message her, we were talking, and then she starts telling me about, like, I'm not gonna like obviously go into detail because this is somebody's life, and I'm obviously gonna cover their names and like all their photos and everything. But yeah, they were like, oh, I got into like a problem or something like that, and I was like, what problem did you get into? And they were just like, oh, I got robbed. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And then I already knew where this was going, because like when people, you can tell in people's texts, like the way they hint stuff like that, you know, they're hinting at something, you know. So I was like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'll be thinking of you, like I'll be praying for you, whatever. Then they were like, yeah, it's really bad right now, and like I have a GoFundMe. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, like that means people can, you know, donate and help you out. I hope you do get donations. And then they were like, yeah, because like with the help from a lot of people around the world, a lot of my friends around the world, I've been able to, I'm getting money. And I was like, that's really good, because I'm like, I'm not going to be like, oh, like, do you want me to donate? I'm not going to donate because I don't have the money and I don't want to and I don't know you. And then they were just like, please, can you donate? And then they were telling me their bank. They were like, this is the person I bank with. These are my details. If you could send something, that'd be great. And I was just like, no. So yeah. So I don't think I blocked that person. I was just like, look. Oh yeah. And then they were like, oh yeah, God will favour you more if you help me out. And I was just like, obviously, I do completely empathise with the girl, and the fact that she is going through this situation is horrible, but asking like a random person, I felt was kind of not it. I'm a good person as it is. God favours me already, thank you. And they were like, oh, okay, you're welcome. And I was just like, dude. So yeah, those were like two of the weird people that I've came across. Again, this is a really short video, so I'm sorry about that, but I just thought I've been thinking about making this one for ages, so I just thought that I would make it now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.